in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Now a man in his second season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Murray going to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move them?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's Cook again.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Joseph's got it.
And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the 40 now on second down. Murray, and complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
At their own 19.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cards will take over first and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. We'll keep you updated on that as well as others as we move toward the midway point. Hard to believe we're already there in this NFL season. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Moore, the man in motion. To throw is Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Omaha.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
He's got room at the 30.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Moore, the man in motion. First down, Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Murray's throw completed to Brown.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run here with Connor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Once again, it's Connor.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
James Conner.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fields this way up at the 17.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Connor. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Did your high school have that saying, push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. Second down and goal. Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throw windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You're taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
He'll get this to Nwangu.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The drive will start with Connor. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
63 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat. And look at that wide open space, and he rumbled for big-time yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touch on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll look to run with Nwangu. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Fourth down, Cousins. Touchdown! Kene Nwangu, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him, and it just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Cousins.
Drops this off with Nwangu. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Joseph's got it.
And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16.
The score, Cardinals 17, Vikings 16.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 8.
Cardinals 24, Vikings 16. Matt Prater is the kickoff for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
If we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe his quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Vikings 16.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Cousins.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Josh Jackson. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Murray going to hold on to it once more. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Murray going to throw. Screen pass to Connor. Touchdown, Cardinals.
James Conner with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Cardinals 31, Vikings 16.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, is complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing, Cousins.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Good catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Murray's going to keep it again.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Murray now.
He'll get this to Connor underneath.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.